how I'm rebuilding my daily routine, especially to become more productive and more efficient, and just to, build a routine that is easy for me to follow and to stay consistent with every day. So, as you can see, I don't have too many bullet points for this video. I feel like I've in previous videos I've already gone over what a day in my life looks like. So for this, I'm just kind of going over how I'm rebuilding my daily routine, because there are a few things that I did want to change going into the new year to help me be more productive and just to help me, improve. So as you can see, the first bullet point, I want to just simplify everything. I'm not trying to make anything too complex, because the goal is to be consistent with this routine. And for that, we're just going to make it as simple as possible, make it easy on myself to be able to follow the routine. So first and foremost, I'm simplifying everything. I'm not overcomplicating everything. It's pretty repetitive what I do on a day-to-day basis, but if I make it as simple as possible, it should be easy for me to follow, which I've been doing so far. So just little things. I'm just, coming on here and making my video. This is one of the first things I like to do every day after I get out of the shower and get ready. And that's one of the main things, is to keep it simple. Next, I'm filling in the blank spaces. So in between, say making this video, and then after this, I want to read my book before I go to the gym. But in between, that drive to the gym, I want to, fill in that space instead of maybe listening to music or something, maybe put on a podcast, something that will give me more value than, because once I get to the gym anyway, that's when I like to put on my music and get in the zone of working out. But in between that, the drive to the gym, maybe listen to a podcast. Before, in the shower, I would like to listen to music. Now I don't like to listen to anything. I like just to, be quiet, where I could think, reflect. That's the first thing I normally do in the morning, so I don't like to go on my phone until after I get out of the shower and get ready. So when I say filling in the blank space, I would like to, cut out the use of my phone as much. Even if it's just going and petting my dog, I don't want to be on my phone while I'm doing that. I like to be I'm trying to become more present in the present moment instead of distracting myself 24/7. And before, another thing I would do to fill in the blank space is do something like smoking weed, distract myself, just do anything but sit there and think and be bored. I think I'm trying to practice, getting better at being bored more, so I could come up with new ideas, be more creative. Because before, that's something that I wasn't really comfortable with, just sitting there, in my own thoughts, thinking. That's something that I'm doing to rebuild my daily routine, is filling in the blank space with something that's either going to be more productive, like listening to a podcast or something like that, instead of just, listening to music or maybe scrolling on TikTok. Those are, I would say, the two main things that I'm doing to rebuild my daily routine. Another big thing is waking up this has been difficult for me. This is what I've been doing since the beginning of the year, because before I would set like 3 alarms. Now I'm only trying to set 1, even though I have been pressing snooze on my alarm. That's something that I'm going to continue to work at. It's just, I don't know why this has been so hard for me just to get out of bed. But I have been doing it, and I have felt good after I get out of bed. I know I've noticed I've had a lot more energy, and I've felt, less lazy than just, if I stay in my bed for a little bit too long, then that's just a bad start to the day. So we're definitely working on our morning routine, specifically getting the morning routine dialed and my night routine before I go to sleep dialed. I think those two things will help me improve a lot. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are doing to rebuild your daily routine.